there are ways that are simple and straightforward that can help you feel fulfilled just by saying yes and just by saying no. Hey guys, Allison Gardner here. And today I want to talk about doing what you really want. I know that this isn't exactly a new concept. You could probably find 17 to 30 ways to Sunday, or people to Sunday, of individuals who say, go and do what you really want. Go and live your dream and go out and prosper and do what you love. And yes, I am talking about that a little bit. But what I'm really talking about is actually doing the little things that you want. I'm not talking about the huge life changes. I'm talking about when something comes into your head that just feels like a really good idea, that you do it. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my brain is really good at telling me no and telling me to be responsible. And I'm not saying go out and go do every little thing that pops into your head and just go be a wild, crazy person. Although if you really think about it, I think that what we really want isn't to be wild and crazy. It's to not be repressed. And so then we just break out of that repression by doing wild, crazy stuff, when we could totally circumvent that whole thing if when fun, wonderful, simple ideas popped into our head, we just said yes. The example that actually brought me here to make this video today was the idea of I had just gotten off a call and had a breakthrough and was feeling better about things and just needed some relief, needed to stay in that stepped back place. And the idea came to my head, I should make zucchini bread with chocolate chips, because it just sounded so good. I was like, zucchini bread with chocolate chips, that sounds fantastic. And it would give me time to be in a creative space and just kind of take me away from the stress that I was feeling. And instantly, guys, I mean instantly, my brain was like, no, we can't do that. We have this and this and this and this that we have to do. And then this is coming later today. And we need to be taking care of this. And we need to go do all of these things. So just know that's not possible. And I paused as my brain was telling me this. And I was like, but that feels like a really good idea. That feels like something that I want to do. And I want to give that gift to myself. And so I'm going to do it. When I'm done with this video, I'm going to go make zucchini bread, probably with blueberries and chocolate chips. And I have no idea how it's going to go together, but it sounds fantastic to me. So I'm just going to do it. And I want to invite you guys to think about how many times did a simple something come to you that just felt good. I'm going to use the word wholesome, not so much in a Sandra D kind of wholesome way, but just in it makes you feel whole. It makes you feel complete. What are little things, little ideas that come up for you that really speak to you, that really just like, oh, that feels like that would complete me, or would help me find closure, or would help me find fulfilled, that are just very simple yeses that your brain is already telling you no, because you're supposed to be responsible, because you're supposed to do it this way, because you should be this kind of a person, and these kind of people don't do that. Kick the shoulds and the supposed tos to the curb. Another example that I've had coming up for me is I was invited to an activity, and at first it all just sounded great. And so I was like, yeah, sure, this will be so much fun. I'm so excited. And as I kept thinking about it, and I talked to my husband about it, and some things shifted around, I just didn't feel good anymore. But I felt really weird saying no, because I was the one that was like championing it. I was the one that was like, yes, we need to do this. And I now was then going, that doesn't feel good anymore. And so instead of me just being able to confidently and courageously say, okay guys, sorry, that's just not going to work for me. I can do this, but I can't do this. Instead, now my brain is just like, but you committed and you said yes, and so you have to do it. Who's saying I have to do it? I don't. If it doesn't feel good, if it doesn't ring true, I don't have to do something that doesn't feel right. And so that's my second invitation that I would leave with you guys today. What are things that you say yes to because you just feel like you have to, because of social norms, because of just how things are done? You're going to commit to do something that doesn't feel right. And then how do you feel after? How do you feel when it's all said and done and you've pushed beyond what felt good? And I mean, this isn't a bad thing. This is a good, wholesome, wonderful activity. It's just, it doesn't, I'm tired. I've had a stressful week and I just want to rest. But because I made that commitment, my brain is saying, well, I have to do it. Do I really? So if I could sum up this whole video in 2 sentences, I think what this would come down to is, what things could we say yes to that we say no to because we're trying to be responsible, because we're trying to do the things that we're supposed to do, but that yes would really help us feel good and would help us feel whole. And second, what are the things that we say yes to when we really should say no, so that we can reset and that we can be whole? I hope that you guys will think about this, because I think that as you really look into what you need, to what you want, and to how you feel, there are ways that are simple and straightforward that can help you feel fulfilled just by saying yes and just by saying no. Thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.